Welcome back to OFR. In this video, I'll be helping you out with the assembly of the Alex desk. For this build, you need a flathead and a Phillips screwdriver, or an impact drill with the same drill bits, a hammer, and the tools given to you by IKEA. You may need another person helping you out in some of these steps, and I would recommend placing all the screws and the other bits in the bowl so you don't lose any in the assembly process. In these first steps, we'll be focusing on the drawers of the Alex desk. Grab the front drawer piece like shown, and two of these screws. Make sure they're the longer ones and not the shorter ones, and screw them into these two holes. Then grab the two side drawer pieces and two wooden dowels. You'll be hammering one dowel into each piece as shown. Now insert each side piece like this. Make sure these grooves are facing inward. Then grab two of the smaller fasteners and screw them in tightly into these two holes. The next step is to insert the bottom of the drawer like this. Make sure the notches are facing down and the finished side is inside of the drawer. Now grab the back piece of the drawer and place it on top like this. Then take 4 plastic pins and hammer them into each of these 4 holes on the side. Repeat these same steps for the second drawer. After the drawers are done, grab the top of the desk and these 6 screws. They are the smaller ones, and screw them into these 6 holes. Now grab the short piece of wood as shown, and one drawer slider. Make sure the arrow is facing outwards like this, and place the drawer slider on top of this short piece of wood. Then take 2 small screws and screw them into these 2 holes. After securing the drawer slider, flip it over and do the same thing for the other side. Again, make sure the arrow is facing outwards and attach it with these 2 screws. Then grab the top panel and the piece you just worked on. Hammer in 2 dowels like this and connect the 2 pieces of wood together as shown. One side should be flush, as the other one isn't. Then take 2 big fasteners and screw them in tightly into these 2 holes. Now grab these 2 pieces as shown and place them in this exact position. Then place the 2 drawer sliders like this and secure them with these 4 screws. 2 screws are used to secure each drawer slider to the piece of wood. I actually had some trouble with this step, as I think the instructions are not illustrated properly, but if you follow exactly what I did, you won't have any problems. The next step is to find this long piece and place it on the ground with the top holes facing up, and the side holes should be closer to the bottom. Now grab these 2 pieces of the hinge system and make sure the middle screw is oriented closer to the bottom. Insert and screw them in. You'll now need to organize each piece like this and grab 4 wooden dowels. Hammer 2 dowels in each side and attach all these pieces together. Set that assembly aside and grab this assembly as shown. Grab 4 wooden dowels and hammer them into each of these 4 holes. Then place the assembly you just put aside on top. After placing it on top, you'll need to get 4 big fasteners and screw them in tightly into these 4 holes. Now grab 8 wooden dowels and insert them into these 8 holes as shown. The next step is to place the larger panel on top with the 2 wire outlets facing up. You might need another person to help you with this step. Then grab this large screw and an Allen key and screw it into this hole. Set the top part of the desk aside and grab these 3 metal leg pieces. Make sure this long metal piece has its edges facing up and not down. Now insert the leg like this and do the same for the other side. The next step is to grab the last metal leg piece and put them all together. You'll need to flip the assembled metal legs and insert them into this metal piece. It should look something like this. Then attach the metal legs to the desk. I flipped the legs 180 degrees. Just make sure this part of the legs are facing closer to the drawer openings. Now grab 7 screws and screw them into these 7 holes using the Allen key given by IKEA. Place the desk on its legs and insert these 2 plastic coverings into the 2 wire outlets. The next step is to grab these 2 small pieces and 4 dowels. Hammer 2 dowels into each piece. Now insert this piece like this. Make sure the top of this piece is sticking out a bit. Do the same for the other piece. Now grab this piece and 2 hinges. Insert the hinges like this and secure each hinge with 2 screws. The screws used for this step are more pointy, as you can see. Then attach this piece with the hinges to the desk. Basically, to attach the hinges, you'll first need to slide the top into place, then push the bottom of the hinge into place. You should hear it click. If the whole thing doesn't close properly, you'll have to use this key that IKEA gives you to adjust the hinges. Each build will be different, but to do this, you'll have to tighten or loosen these screws in the hinges. The next step is to attach the drawer to the drawer sliders. The drawer sliders should slide smoothly into the grooves of the drawer. Then grab these 2 screws and attach the drawer to the drawer sliders. You'll need to secure the screws from the inside. And finally, repeat the same steps for the other drawer. Now double check everything so it opens and closes properly. You should now have a fully assembled and working Alex desk if you followed all these steps. Hopefully this video helped you out.